Well, I entered the theater from the curtains on the left side of the screen, and Johnny Brewer from the shoe store and a couple other officers on the stage, and he had pointed into the direction of the rear of the theater and said that was the man that we were looking for, sitting at the rear of the theater alone. And I spotted the man that he was talking about.
Did you have your gun drawn?
No, I didn't. And as I walked up to the aisle, Oswald was sitting in the second seat, the third row from the rear, the second seat from the right center aisle.
This seat right over here?
This seat right here.
What happened then?
Well, let me let you use my pistol.
Okay.
And go through it a little bit. Make sure it's empty so
okay.
Won't have an accident.
All right.
And he had it tucked in his belt on the right side.
Like this?
Yes. Of course, he had that shirt over it, but that will suffice.
He was
now.
wearing a brown sports shirt, is that right?
Yes, and he was sitting in that seat there with his hands in his lap. And as I walked up to the aisle, I turned in the aisle, I said, "Get on your feet." And he stood up immediately. He brought this right hand up to his chest.
Did he say anything when you...
As he was bringing his hands up, he brought the other one up to eye level. He said, "Well, it's all over now." At that time, I was reaching this way, and his hand got in front of mine, owned a pistol. My hand grabbed the pistol in this manner, and he hit me with that left hand to the nose. And when he did, I came back and hit him like this. He slapped the pistol. I turned the pistol around, and I got my hand on the butt. Came over like this. I was holding him with this hand. I handed this pistol to an officer that was out in the aisle.
Officer McDonald, I've always heard that the gun that Lee Harvey Oswald had in his hand misfired. Is that correct?
Well, it didn't actually misfire. If you'll copy it, I'll show you the position my hand was in whenever it snapped on me. The fleshy part of my hand between the thumb and forefinger was between the hammer and the firing pin hit the skin and then struck the primer, which slowed the action down. It sort of pinched that fleshy part of my hand in there.
So actually your skin got between the hammer and the primer?
Yes, and it didn't get the full force of the firing pin. Consequently, the shell didn't go off. And I believe that's what saved my life.
Had you ever seen him prior to this day here in the state?
Never in my lifetime.